Hi, today I am going to introduce you to the Wonderland located in Tsawwassen. Beside the heart of Tsawwassen Mall Bass Pro. You are moving too fast.
You're moving too fast. You're moving too fast. What's going on? I'm gonna catch up to you.
Down the slid here I go. Where is my son?
Where is it?
Where did he go?
Where did he go?
Let's see where he's hiding. So many other kids at my son's height. Where he might go. I found you.
I found you.
I found you.
I found you. Huh?
So disappointing. Let's play hide and seek. Okay, 1,
Okay. 1,
2, 3.
2, 3.
Don't look, Daddy. No, no.
2, 3,
3, 4.
4.
Now where my son would be. Here I come. Let's go places. Through the jungle. In through the circle.
Oh, I see.
So tight, even smaller this one. Singing, looking for my son. Other kids are also playing. Tag or hide and seek. Counted to 10 and said, here I come.
Where is my son?
Where is my son? Calling him to make sure he knows where I am. I had to crawl through all these tubes.
Oh, this is so tight. Oh, now I gotta fit it.
Almost getting stuck.
Yeah.
Going through icicle. Okay.
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 Where's my son at? Aw, so many places. Hey, I can hear the coughing. Ah, yeah.
Oh.
Down the slid again. There are 4 different slides in this wonderland. Need to find my son. And this is a speed tag place.
I can hear
I'm
him
heard coughing here. Following my son's coughing. Some might complain. Why would I take my son out when he's coughing? I found you. I found you because of your coughing.
I found you because of your coughing.
Coughing? Yeah, you're coughing,
coughing.
Daddy. Don't coughing? Yeah, I don't cough.
I don't
Now,
cough
okay.
now.
Oh,
Oh. Oh.
Dad, hug me, hug me.
Huh?
Oh, back to what I was saying. We tried to stay at home all the time during COVID. Daddy coughing, yeah, I'm coughing.
Yes, I'm coughing now.
Now, but the thing is that I
Okay,
can't
you don't
even
cough.
cough. Whenever we go out for a walk or enjoy at the park, there were someone who were coughing at
Whoa,
my
you
son.
can see through here. Yeah.
My
Is it
son
secure?
wasn't strong enough to not get the germs in. Spread it within ourselves. We stayed at home about 3 weeks and gets cured. Once we go out again, repeatedly my son would get sick again. Then we would be sick altogether. One end of my son's sickness I would get sick, my end of coughing. My wife would get sick. My wife's end of sickness once again my son or to myself. We got sick from each other, non-stop. My son had to skip his daycare 3 weeks within a month. Only attending 2 or 3 days. Almost for 3 months. Probably same goes to all kids, except for those kids with strong immune system. Our son being born 3 weeks early. He wasn't healthy, tinny, less weight than norm. We recently had him went through surgery, adenoid and tonsil removed. Due to his air pathways being too closed up, he was only 3. Whenever he had cold, his symptoms became croup. Dogs sound like coughing. It's dangerous for small children. Some died because of it. We couldn't take our son to the daycare.
Can you make it? Can you
We
make
wouldn't
it?
want to hurt other kids at the daycare. My wife spent all her accumulated 3 years of sick days. It was close to 3 months. We needed help from my parents. My son was weak. Other kids' immune system was much greater than my son. He would attend the daycare for 1 day, curing out from his previous cold symptoms. He would caught other types of fever, which led to croup and seizure due to high fever and lack of oxygen through the tube. Don't know how many times we visited emergency. It was like every second day. All the nurses and doctors knew Ethan, my son. After the surgery, removing adenoid and tonsil, Ethan's breathing became much better and his snoring had stopped. Carries less sickness from other children. But his and our coughing have not been stopped, because we consistently pass on germs within ourselves. Don't know how many times we visited and asked him for the solution for cure. Like why? Consistently wash hands. Cough within a sleeves for less spreading germs in air. Avoid touching eyes and nose with unwashed hands.
When did you get over there?
Avoid directly contacting people.
Yeah.
So far it has worked.
Oh, no.
I have decided to become house father, doing the house chores. Like making money at home? So far it hasn't worked yet. I am a Red Seal carpenter. Knows how to build a house or apartment from scratch. Know every steps to build a house. Worked in construction industry for 18 years. Foundation to frame,
Huh?
forming, siding, roofing, cabinet,
아니야,
flooring,
안 돼.
drywall,
어.
window installation, out insulation, garage.
안
There
돼.
isn't
land
much things that I haven't done when it comes to construction, ceiling, steel frame, etc.
안 된다고. It's not gonna work.
Worked on Perry deck, Doka system, sidewalk forming. I have painters on side. Roofers and window install groups. Who can work provide the best outcome? I can just simply post their names and companies on here, but hey, I am a YouTube creator as well as contractor. I am just going to let you know it in person. Please enjoy my and my son's playful moment being walking through the jungle. Everything will come back to normal. Who knows, I would have 100 subscribers. I am aiming to have 120 for this week. 140 for after coming week. People says 1 million views would make pennies. Even 100 million views would make dollars. And it will not change one's life. I create my channels to talk about myself and try something different. I might decided to stop tomorrow and go back to my regular life, hooked on regular wages temptation. Not a single person became rich by just collecting
Where did you go?
minimum wages. If you were to save all your 40 years of working at minimum wages, wouldn't add up to 2 million. Considering the inflation, I have calculated for $23 hour, and you can only buy a single house. With that kind of money in Vancouver. And I have not even took out taxes from the hard-earned income. Minimum wage is not even considered low income. When it comes to 2 people up to 4, $45,000 gross income. 45,000 taking out 30% will be your net income. Comes out to $31,500. Now these days minimum apartment rental price are $1,800 for single bedroom. And you got to live with less than $10,000 for both of you and a child. If you guys own a car plus gas, insurance payment would be $500, cell phone cost, utilities, internet. I don't know how peoples are surviving through this tough time. I don't even know how I am getting by each day. We start to talk too much about other nations, accepting too many refugees when even we don't have enough houses for ourselves while our peoples are suffocating with this inflation. We have given out trillions of dollars to help out climate changes, taxing our people, but blindfolding ourselves to those who's in need. Street people, maybe they should be on the street because it's easy to get by. Busting up car windows for any perks, not considering the damage they created to the owner's eye window got busted 3 times. They accumulate so much junk and pushing cart around for not sure what. It's a junk. Sometime they would come up to me,
looking for you.
trying to sell brand new name branded clothes with tags still attached to it. I used to think it was nice and I would get for it
Okay, where's Ethan?
discounted price. But think about it. Would have they paid for it? Given a full price and sell it under value? No one does that.
Ethan? Oh!
I don't know how they get it or who gave it to them. Decided to not buy anything from them but instead buy them a proper meal. Instead of giving them money, I would just order food with my hard earnings. I didn't care if they take or not. Just pay for the meal online and tell them they can grab a meal from the counter like one day when I was working as a recruiter, my boss wanted me to bring street people if I went out there and watched a young guy begging for money. Hours and hours people just ignored him. I will pay you. I went up to him and asked for your sweat 8 hours in construction, thinking it's a full out by HIV card. Right. Didn't I know what was HIV, and those can't not be work in construction. He might saying the truth because of just saying to avoid the conversation. I don't really know $100 to a stranger because he was in By need. That I know begging for money is such an easier than anything. Because of that, sometimes rich people dress up in costumes and also beg for money. Easy go, remember.
No.
I told about what happened and my boss, once again, never had me trying to recruit street people. He knew how dangerous it could get if some dude with HIV comes to work. Secretly and kept his mouth. After that day I have read news about HIV needle to the theater and popped people with it. Stories about setting up a booby trap at the washroom just underneath the toilet paper dispensers where a person tried to grab it would get bleeds and also infect. Just my bad experience with some situation. I couldn't understand why would someone wants to spread sickness to others. People look at me in weird when I cough. I also look at them weird when someone cough and try to avoid that area at thinking all my coughing isn't COVID. I started to think all this COVID things were mystical events or all not my nearby friends and families have not passed away COVID, but old ages and their previous sickness. I don't know any people who died of COVID just on the news, but most of them were same as old ages and previous sickness. Thinking we all got fooled by this fear. Fear is the one best source of mind to control crowds. It's so easy that most of cults uses to make people believe them. But since we have internet and Google, everything became so fast.
Why?
With a rightful mind, people can anytime search, see, and test their knowledge. Therefore, the world have changed around no more fearful mind.
No!
Makes the story anymore. Look at Mr. Beast. He's been posting.
Oh no!
Good deeds he have done for the street living people and for the people in need. People cheer out for their inexperienced good deeds. Things that not many normal people have tried or the people with rich might have done it secretly. Behind the scene, not wanting many others
No.
To know,
Yeah,
few
you
millions
want
would be
fish.
just more piece of papers to billionaires.
Okay, I'm going that way.
I am not aiming for a big now. I just want few hundred
Crab walking.
people to know me, to enjoy what I created. Watch at least few seconds of my creation, which I have posted.
Crab walking. Oh, no.
It might not be in your interest, but I wouldn't know
No, I can move. Ah, no.
unless I give it a shot.
No.
I am not going to beg for
I'm
subscriptions
stuck here.
now, but might happen within near future. All depends on my financial statement.
Oh no! 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 That's
Laugh
too
out
much.
loud.
No tika! No tika!
Or I can simple
Not
go back
money.
to my blue collar job,
Wow.
carpentry,
No tika, listen.
and invest my time to make wages once again, which
Gotta go.
would be an old me,
No!
running around the circle of death. Hope whoever listening to my stories wouldn't fall for that mistake. I have spent more than 15 years, and now I want something different. I don't think I can work forever.
Oh, no!
Carpentry is physical, tiring job, too much joint movement, kneeling down, lifting heavy objects all day long.
No!
I have done enough, and enough is enough. I don't know where it's going to go, but I have made up my mind
Do not do that.
to create at least one post, upload one story in a day. So I promise you today that I will post at least 340 in a year. Now what? Posting at least one would add up to 356 contents, not 340. Yes, true, I have created and deleted so many contents by so far. Already I posted it and deleted it when I view myself from the audience. I didn't like the finale outcome of
No.
contents, either the background sound was too loud or the voice sound was too low. I couldn't simply change and reload up on air. It's not that simple, maybe due to my lag of memories on my computer.
No.
Try best not to spend any money before. My first income is the main reason I can't be paid subscribers for my computing programs or systems. But I do not want to spend any money for my contents make a single profit. Some might call it an investment. I have spent so much money to unwanting products all the time. Either the product has broken the next day before using the product, or misused in a way that it can't be returnable or insured. I am not talking about few hundreds. It was once my phone, once my car, once my diamond ring, which I bought for the first proposal. I left behind my past. Past is past, and we all knows about it. My wife knew before we got married, and I bought her other better diamond than my previous one, but quarter the price. It was perfect for my financial situation, and that is why I decided to marry to my wife. And I really wanted to give her little over 1 carat diamond. We looked at it together, and she chose the little over the half the size. 0.63 carat diamond? Lucky me, I thought. It was within my budget. The price came down to a quarter. My wife complains not able to finding the ring wherever she puts it all the time. Too small. Well, for my ring, it was 1/3 of what I paid. We decided to take a trip to Atlanta cruise before the ice of Cliff All melting away before our marriage, taking both of my and her parents together as a saying, thank them for raising us. Her side of family, parents and brother stays in Korea, and mine all lives in Canada. Everything was all said, just needed all the information. Passport and home address and all those documents which I kept. Asking her to give it to me so that I can pre-book the trip years in advance. We met in October 2018 and married on May the 4th be with you. Like the fans of Star Wars, one of the Star Wars movie came out in 2019. We met our wedding officiant on the May 4th and
What are you sharing today?
The actual wedding ceremony is
sharing
May the 5th, which is known for Korean traditional Children's Day. Coming back to cruise. We might have planned it to go on
So strong.
April and have the marriage on May. But my father-in-law couldn't get out
Shut it down. Shut it down.
from his work at the time being. So we have pushed it after the wedding ends. Must pushed it to next year. But when the time comes to register for us, cruise, the basic price went up a little, $200 more per person, which would have costed $1,200. More because of the late application process. Within my father's situation, $1,200 wasn't big of a deal. He said he's going to pay the difference. Within my wife's situation, that $1,200 down the road could make up a story later in the days plus.
이거 항상 닫아놔야 돼.
Didn't like the fact that paying more, what could have not, wasn't accepted at all for her. We called Turkey it.
더 쫓아갈게.
I blame her for she blames me for. Just finger point each other. Over the years, my parents went for a cruise trip by themselves. Really loved all the atmosphere and all. They were going to tell us all about it, but my wife wouldn't want to hear any of it. I am now living with my wife and have planned to live devoted to my wife forever. If I have to listen to anyone, she would be the only person I need to listen to or communicate with, as my wife. Things have changed. We live in Surrey and my parents lived in North Vancouver. Driving would take 45 minutes without traffic, and my mom called it too far. I have asked her to give us a hand because we both work. When our son her grandson was taking a beat. Immoralities of pain beating down on him due to high fever and swollen throat. We have asked her for one single day if possible to watch out for him. It would only be for 8 hours a day, just until our work's finished. Remember, our son was attending emergency every second day. All our workplace people knew about it and I was posting most pictures on our family group chat. Every moment of it.
공기야, 아니라고.
Because who knows what's going to happen.
여기 안에 있어야 돼. 안 돼.
Life is always shorter than you think. My mom said it out. Oh, because I don't have a car to drive. What a lame excuse for not giving us a hand, I thought. Oh, now I think of it. It was all my fault.
이제 가자.
One day, my father just cruising by,
여기 밖에
drop off
많아.
few stuff and wanted to
가져 나오지 마. 저기 밖에 많아.
talk about anything he had in mind or just passing by. He didn't want to come up to the house, but I insisted him. We had some lunch or snack showing him how I am living and stuff. I didn't know it was a nose-picking moment for my wife.
Yeah. Oh, nice
she just wanted at least knew beforehand, not after. My understanding was why what's the matter? It not anybody? It's my father. I am now living in the place and I have right to have my parents invited anytime, anywhere. Whenever they wanted to, they can use my belongings. I wasn't separated from my mama's womb. That somehow triggered. Both of parents and wife and I have acted like a mirror reflecting, flashing, bouncing off one light to the other. Now I am starting to realizing the truth. It was all my fault. I thought, how could my mother would acted this and that way when it comes to her grandson. I remember my mother always mentioned about how she have got mistreated by my grandmother. She doesn't yet to have the skills to take care of a single baby, even with raising because my grandmother would be taking care of us while she's just working my mother to look out for Ethan. Instead of saying yes, I will, she would be saying such days. God, let me think about it. You know that I do not have a car to drive, which back then I took the secondary family car, kept it myself, because I thought my portion was big enough since I paid for all the car insurance and gas money and car fix and so on. I have filled up all the gas. I worked near my parents' house, so I would be walking to my job site mostly. I used the car for picking up my mother from her work and drive her, and also same goes to my sister would be picking them at work when it's raining and occasionally my sister or my mother would wanting to use the car. For a spin or going for long trips. Usually the car came empty. Then I fill up. I took care of the car, thinking that it was part of my responsibility. My mother said, I wanted to help you guys as much as I want to, but like you know I don't have a car to drive. Excuses, I thought. Right then I searched out for a used car and gave her the car back. The car wasn't for my commute and it was cheap. As soon as I have given back the car, it was 2014 Civic, which then they have sold it out. Back to the dealer shop for $4,000. I could have just given them the money and claim it to myself, I understand. They didn't need it the secondary car just to help us out. Why pay insurance when it's just going to park in the garage? Did they make me search and buy crap junk? My car broke down. Within a month, I had to send it to the junk yard myself. Had to search out for other cheap used cars. Right then, my brother was looking for a new car because his family became larger. They needed 7+ passenger car. Having to carry 3 kids in a Nissan Rogue was being too crowded. They have purchased their car and my brother gave his car to me. Thanks to my brother. Because my work was few blocks from my house at the time, I have suggested my mother I can leave her my car, change the insurance on her name for main driver. I will pay just to help my wife whenever she asks for a help. Not sure why? My son hasn't done nothing. They seemed happy whenever they see him. They are the grandparents of my son. She kept telling us she never had joy of raising us because our life was all around our grandmother. Talk about my grandmother. My grandmother passed away in Canadian hospital in the year 2004. Being as a Korean citizen. Didn't had her permanent residency. Her hospital stays were hot. Came her few days after her grief. So my parents didn't pay much for her funeral, including her cremation. My brother, sister, and my friends came and grieved the loss of my grandmother and helped us hold up the coffin together. But case of it, I thought my mother would wanting to take care of my son all the time only because she never had the joy. Thought she would be always insisting to take care of their grandsons and daughters, as they've been taking care of the firstborn grandson, my nephew. He's going to enter grade 9 this year and have my parents ask him to sleep over at their house. None of my niece and nephews. Guess all parents are by themselves. Only thing that can be changed is yourself, so I have to change myself.
No, bro, we're supposed to be inside.
This is the beginning. I have to change myself so that all people asks of me how to do so. Set up a goal in mind, write it down anywhere you can. Visually see every day. Repeat it 100 times and work myself out. Our body contains 2,836 trillion cells and its function are all different, depends on the location. Some dissolve the poison out from the body. Some make the acids to break down the ingredients. How to control and harmonize is within you. How can you control other when you can't even know how your body works? It's your body, you should have the control. Know who's driving the body. Is it you or your mentality, soul? What's making your body function? Who's in taking the breath out, breathing?
물 좀 마셔.
If your answer is I don't know,
떨어졌다. Came down. It came
then
down.
this
No,
is
no,
the
no,
first
no.
time to
The
think
ball
about
stays
it.
inside.
Seated in your mind. Sometimes good to just let it be. Too many question creates more conflict. Just let it be and live your life. I don't know anything about my parents, why or what. Let them be them and I do my deeds. Thank you for listening. If you ever come by to Tsawwassen with your children, visit Wonderland to spend a day. It's a great place. Great workers. Why?
Where? Oh, no. Oh. Why?
Asada Shakur.
아, 사진 찍을 거야?
A panda.
아이고.
Hidden potential.
Yeah.
Tell me about.
싸우지 마. 저기 하나 더 있어.
Linda.
안 돼, 안 돼. 그래.
We going to be careful.
You gotta be careful.
Yeah, come down.
Yeah, come down.
Coronavirus.
또 올라갈까? 또 올라가? 어디가? 어디가? 야.
慢点，阿丽呀，慢点啊。
Amanda,
I'm waiting. Whoa.
wheels. Try
Wanna
one
try
more
one more
time
time?
with you.
Okay. Here, take this with you. Yeah? Whoa!
Listen, you're going to
Listen,
be out. Hurry
You're
up.
gonna be out. Hurry up.
Bazaar
People are
coming down. We cannot be there.
You cannot be there.
Come on.
Come on.
Maybe drink a little bit water. Papa, I want to below that. Look, Papa.
Whoa! Whoa!
You're not supposed to
You're
walk
not
in
supposed
one
to
day.
walk in one day.
If you please,
It's too
danger, how are you bearing up?
Dangerous.
The news.
Sorry.
Taka
Ka,
taka.
ka, ka, ka. Ka.
got her. Live
Get
one,
her.
let's take one.
Live one. Just take one. 집에
Let's
가자.
go home.
Let's go home.
How is you going to go through there?
How you gonna get
You're
through
not
there?
going to make it.
You're not gonna make it.
Who's in Georgia?
동생 조심. 아? 오! 홍기야,
Who?
동생.
Invented what?
동생이 있으니까 조심. 조심.
Town on my
그렇게 하는 거
head.
아니야. 던지는 거 아니야. 홍기야 가자.
Huh.
어? Cause I'm tired.
Timer 15 minutes. You were missing me.
You were missing me. Have you ever known?
I don't know.
I
Never
don't know, I
tried.
never tried.
Watch, watch.
Whoa! Whoa!
Coconuts. Now let's make it make
Ha ha ha.